Your visit here was under different, happier circumstances. We hope that we will soon be able to welcome you back when peace has come to Ukraine and its people. You so richly deserve it. But your visit comes at a critical moment for Ukraine and for Europe. And your decision to visit today underlines to me the value you place in the friendship between Ukraine and Ireland. Ours is a relationship built on shared values, freedom, democracy, the right of all states to determine their own future, values that the people of Ukraine have sacrificed so much to defend and to protect. The brutal and illegal war that Russia has waged on Ukraine and that it continues to prosecute has brought devastation and destruction to people, to communities and infrastructure in Ukraine. President Putin has shown a complete indifference to the value of human life and to international laws and norms. Even as efforts to bring the war to an end advance, he seeks to gain advantage at the negotiating table by intensifying Russia's relentless onslaught on the front line and on Ukrainian cities and infrastructure. He must never be allowed to succeed. Ireland is a small country, and like all small countries, we rely on the rule of international law for our security and safety. We believe in the principles of the United Nations Charter, in the sovereign equality of all states, and in the obligation on members of the United Nations not to use or to threaten the use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state. Ukraine has a right to live in peace and freedom, and the people of Ukraine have shown great courage and resolve in defending themselves and in seeking to vindicate their rights. Ireland stands with Ukraine in affirming these principles and these rights. It is shocking that the people of Ukraine are subject to nightly onslaughts of Russian missiles and drones. The people of Ukraine deserve to be safe in their own homes. Their children deserve to sleep safely in their own beds. Ireland will continue to support the people of Ukraine for as long as it takes. To date, Ireland has provided over €340 million in financial support to Ukraine, including over €170 million in humanitarian supports and €166 million in non-lethal military assistance. And today I am pleased to announce that we will provide a further €100 million in funding for non-lethal military assistance and another €25 million to help Ukraine support its energy system. Russia is deliberately and cynically targeting energy plants and infrastructure in Ukraine, knowing how difficult winter can be and hoping to weaken the resolve and morale of the Ukrainian people. We are making our contribution to help to ensure that Putin does not win. We have in addition also, of course, invested significantly in providing a safe haven for Ukrainians who have sought refuge from the war in Ireland. In our meeting today, the President and I discussed how much we both value the strong and positive relations between our countries. We are both committed to seeing them continue to strengthen and to grow in coming years. The focus for now must be on how Ireland can help Ukraine defend itself and its people. But peace will come to Ukraine. I profoundly hope that day will be soon, and Ireland will be ready to work with Ukraine and our international partners to help underpin that peace and to support Ukraine in its journey of recovery and reconstruction. Today we signed the 2030 roadmap on the Ireland-Ukraine partnership, an agreement to strengthen our bilateral relations, including in areas such as cyber resilience, educational cooperation, including between universities and technical institutes, and culture. We are also both focused on how we can further strengthen economic ties between us, including business-to-business, trade and investment programmes. After our meeting here, we will both attend the inaugural meeting of the Ireland-Ukraine Economic Forum, a chance for businesses here to hear directly from the President on economic opportunities for trade and investment in Ukraine. Ireland believes that one of the most important guarantees of Ukraine's future security is its membership of the European Union. Ukraine is part of our European family. It shares the same values. It belongs in the European Union. We will continue to work, including when we hold the EU presidency next year, to advance negotiations on its membership as much as we can. The people of Ukraine are working extremely hard to achieve their EU ambitions, and they deserve our backing. EU membership transformed our country and underpins our prosperity, and we want the same for our Ukrainian friends. Finally, I took the opportunity of today's meeting to thank the President for the immense contribution that the Ukrainian people who have sought refuge in Ireland have made to communities up and down our country. Thousands of Ukrainians have come to Ireland since Russia's full-scale invasion. Some have returned home, some have stayed. They have been welcomed into the homes and hearts of Irish people, and they have become a part of the rich tapestry that is today's Ireland. When we attend the Ireland-Ukraine Economic Forum, among the businesses we will meet will be Ukrainian-led and owned enterprises that have been set up here by people fleeing the war. Ukrainians at home and abroad have shown themselves to be immensely resilient, innovative and creative, qualities that I like to think we recognise and share. President Zelensky, as a country with a long history of migration of our own, as a people that at times in our history have known conflict and have sought refuge and opportunity abroad, as a people who have seen peace come and our country transformed, know that for as long as Ukraine needs our help and support, Ireland will be there for you. Your struggle is our struggle. Your success will be our success. We are with you for as long as it takes. Mr. President, Volodymyr, you and the First Lady are most welcome to Ireland. We will continue to do all we can to support a just and lasting peace for Ukraine. I've always been clear that nothing can be decided about Ukraine without the involvement of Ukraine, and we will be with you when peace prevails to support the recovery and reconstruction of your country. Thank you, and Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.
Mr. Micheal, dear Taoiseach, our dear team of Ukrainians present here, dear journalists, dear Ireland, today marks the first official visit, and Micheal mentioned that, and it's a given fact. It's an official visit, first official visit by a Ukrainian president to Ireland since the establishment of diplomatic relations between our countries, and it comes at one of the most challenging and yet optimistic moments at the same time. Now more than ever, there is a chance to end this war. It was here in Ireland this morning that our delegation gathered after meetings in America with the US President's team. And there are now 20 points that were developed in Geneva, and they were worked upon additionally and finalised in Florida. Some things still need to be worked out from what I saw. America is taking serious steps to end this war, one way or another, and our task, and I'm sure that this is our common task for everyone in Europe, is to really end this war, the war, not just to get a pause in the fighting. We need a decent, dignified peace, and for that to happen, everyone must be on this side of peace. Everyone in Europe and all nations that value peace. Ireland is a neutral country, but it is certainly not an indifferent country. We're grateful to it. You're helping us, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it very much, both. And Ireland's influence really matters because it is the influence of a large global community. May your influence always work in a way that is fair. Today, I informed both Micheal and his team about the negotiations and the current prospects, and thank you for your support. Today, we also discussed in detail the entire bilateral agenda in detail. This concerns our resilience. There is assistance from Ireland, energy support, as well as a humanitarian support package We are very grateful for all that. We have approved a roadmap for partnership between our countries, Ukraine and Ireland, for at least the next 5 years. We hope that during this period, Ukraine will become a member of the European Union, and we're grateful to you for your support on this path. We appreciate that Ireland always takes an honest and a principled approach to issues of pressure on Russia, and above all, the issues of sanctions policy. Sanctions must remain in place as long as the Russian occupation and the Russian abuse of our people continue. The abuse of Ukrainians. Today we also discussed the position on frozen Russian assets. It is high time to transfer them to Ukraine so that we can reliably ensure both our defence and our recovery. And this will benefit not only us, but also our partners. We will give more orders to countries that help us. We hope that Ireland, not only on its own, but together with all those who listen to Ireland in the world, will support the need to hold Russia accountable for its aggression, accountable for all they've done and committed, the accountability for its aggression. Work is currently underway on the continent to establish a tribunal that will be able to punish Russia for the crime of aggression and war crimes, all war crimes, and ask you to participate more actively in all joint efforts to hold Russia and its accomplices legally accountable. Of course, we have a large layer of humanitarian and cultural cooperation. And the First Lady of Ukraine is with me on this visit. Olena is expanding the Coalition of Ukrainian Studies, which will be a global coalition, and we invite Ireland to be part of it. Today, 3 Irish universities joined our Coalition of Ukrainian Studies, and we thank you for that. And of course, I would like to express my special gratitude to the Government of Ireland, to all the communities of Ireland, to every Irish home that has sheltered our people here. It is not easy. After all, it has been almost 4 years of full-scale war, of challenge of these dimensions. But we're doing everything we can to ensure that our people can return home safely to a country of peace. We're working towards this goal, and I believe that we can achieve it. I thank you for your respect for our people, for your respect for Ukraine, and for the fact that Ireland stands with us, not simply for political reasons, but because Ireland sincerely defends the rights of peoples to life, free and independent. Thank you once again. Glory be to Ukraine. Suspilna, Public Broadcaster of Ukraine. First question to you, Mr. President. You mentioned the peace plan. The special envoy of Trump went to Moscow after the negotiations with Putin. Further steps will have to take place. Will Europe be part of this process? And there are also points that are not
frozen assets. So do you see any possibilities of reaching the final agreement at the EU Council in December, given all the concerns and demands which Belgium has expressed before? Thanks.
Thank you so much, Micheal.
Thank you for your question. First and foremost, there will be a meeting of the American delegation in Russia. We will be awaiting for respective signals from them. They would like to report immediately after the meeting, specifically to us. I think based on these signals, depending what they will be like, will depend the future of our future steps. These steps will be changing today almost on an hourly basis. We will be getting signals, and if those signals are going to work as fair play, if it's a fair play with our partners, if it's going to be perceived as fair play by our partners, perhaps we will then meet very soon. We will soon meet with the American delegation. At what level we'll see, it depends again on the signals we're going to get. If the signals are going to be like, that will give us the opportunity and a chance of quick for quick solutions, global and quick solutions, then the level will be high. If this is still going to be at the level of dialogue, there's been a lot of dialogue, but we need results. Every day our people are dying. With all due respect to all nations of the world who are supporting and helping us, some of them do, some of them don't, unfortunately. Ukraine